Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Raceway at Western Fair District, London, Ontario, for some half-mile harness racing action. I'm your track announcer, Shannon Doyle, with you for 10 races this evening. Still a little bit cloudy, a little bit cool, but the conditions on track have dried up. We're expecting fast track conditions to begin this evening's race card. HPI play of the day. We'll look at this race 6 super high five race. I'm going to be all over the 5, Big Lish, 4-1 in the morning line. She was a strong second best in her latest, and that had been when she'd been off over a month. I believe she's a solid factor to contest that high 5 carryover in race number 6. Number 5, Big Lish, your HBI play of the day for HBI Bet and Western Fair District. Early pick 3 kicks off in race number 1. Now I've got a good buddy back home, my hometown of Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Mike Ramsey and his horse, Montana Ben, will start in race number 1. I've keyed in on Mike's horse, Montana Ben. I'm hearing good things, so it's all on him to get me underway in a pick 3 play. I went 6 deep in race number 2, bit of a wide open affair there. 2-3-5 for me to complete it in the third. Scratch the 1, 1:45 noon. Scratch the 1 horse from tonight's third race. Third race will kick off tonight's early pick 4. Going to stay with the 2, 3, and 5 to get us underway there. Second leg, looking at a 2, 4, 6. 3 deep again in the 5th. And race 6, the super high 5 play. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Those could be your numbers for the high 5 as well. You can box 5 of them up for $24 on the high 5. Think about it. All righty, late pick 4 kicks off in race number 7. And to keep the price down, I wanted to find a key somewhere. I guess the most logical key for me is number 6, Adam and Cam. An easy winner last time out. Scott Young with another live bullet on tonight's card. Give that one some thought. Take a shot on tonight's late pick 4. The Daylon Magician feature race there in the 7th. 5 deep in the 8th, 6 deep in the 9th. And if we can make it to the 10th, we need either the 6, 7, or 8 to show up on the trot. We've got Dewey, Lover, and Lever. Not a whole lot of room for that one to race last time out. Was jammed up throughout, finding room late and bursting through there for 4th. Eternal Quest, outside post. I kind of like him there. And the 8, Costantino for the trailing spot, one to be thinking about as well. I think the potential for a decent payout on that late pick 4 is there. So, again, give it some thought. Take a shot. We're going to take a short break right now. We'll come back with a whole lot more. Greg Gangle joins me for the second part of the show. We're going to tee up Mac Lily Farms. We're going to tee up that race 6 super high 5. We've got Harness the Hope and a really cool video to debut on our pregame show. Stick around.
HPIBet.com. Access, rewards, and more.
Hey, welcome back to the pregame show. Everyone watching Race Day at the Raceway, Western Fair District, London, Ontario. Half-mile harness racing action. With me now for the second part of the show, Greg Gangle. Myself, I'm Doyle, your announcer here at the Raceway. Last night, weather conditions weren't in our favor, but we've been lucky so far since the start of the meet.
We were due to have an off track, and coincidentally, it was last night. I think the judges allowed 2 or 3 seconds throughout the card. But, with that being said, we had some long shots, and, that translated into a pretty nice carryover for tonight.
Right on, and kudos to the horsemen. Put on a great show. That 10th race finale, what an exciting race.
Especially for Bruce to win out of the 6-hole like that. Obviously we talked about the track conditions, but probably the best finish we've had so far in this meet.
Bruce Richardson on his horse, Toreg Sealster, and it triggered the high 5 carryover. We'll get to that. Wagering menu for this evening sets up like this. You've got that low 15% takeout on some key wagers, the pick 3, the pick 4s, the high 5s, free programs, selections, video, ticket ideas, all on our website at westernfairdistrict.com. All right, the go-to wagers, they are that pick 3 play right up front. How's that $2,500 guarantee pool working out?
I think it's phenomenal. We've had well over 3,000 on average, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right on. Pick 4 starting in races 3 and 7. Those are $5,000 guarantee pools. Super high 5s, races 6 and 10 at a distance of 1 mile and a 16th, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not, especially race 6 last night. We talked about the off track, but over 14,000 in that early high 5. The late one triggered that carryover, so again, off to a great start.
Wonderful. And off to a great start, Mac Lily Farms. They're doing it well in their promotions, and we're so happy to have them with us for our Tuesday night sponsor, exclusive sponsor. And they've got some Daylon Magician stuff happening, hey?
Yeah, Ruleen Lily, part of Mac Lily Farms. If anybody knows her, she's very creative. She's the type of person that likes to think outside the box. So when I asked her for a commercial, we were running a commercial for her from last year, just a general one about the farm, but she said,
And it's a beautiful commercial.
It is, and she did it herself. I got to give her a lot of credit. Very professionally done. And she said, Greg, I have one for Daylon Magician. I think it's outside the box. I think it's creative, and I think it's going to get people talking. So I said, okay, send it to me. And when she did, I said, you're absolutely right. It's something that I haven't seen in the standardbred business promoting a stallion. I think it's very unique.
Are we set to debut something really cool here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should let it run.
Turn it up, guys. Play this thing.
From his mom. She says, "Holiday's over, young man." She says, "Your father, Cadabra, and I think it's time you went back to work." "But Mom," he says, "I won almost $2 million racing. I won the Canadian Trotting Classic and I got an O'Brien Award." "That's all well and good," says his mom, "but what are you doing now?" She got him a job. Daylon Magician is breeding mares at Mac Lily Farms. See you later, Daylon Magician. Miss you, XOXO.
Congratulations, Ruleen Lily. I don't know what you've just done there, but I think that's going to go a long way. A great job thinking outside the box on the Daylon Magician ad campaign. And tell us a little about Daylon Magician, the book, and how it's going to go.
Yeah, he's an Ontario Sire Stakes graduate, earnings just shy of $2 million. He's the son of Cadabra, and he has had some foals on the ground, 6 foals, 5 winners from a limited crop. And I believe a couple years ago when he was standing at Terra Hills, they kind of deemed him with some fertility issues. That's not the case anymore. For whatever reason, speaking with Jeff and Ruleen Lily, saying, you know what, he's good to go in terms of bookings. They can hold 120, but I think they're going to limit to him to right around 70. But again, I think it's a great bang for your buck based on what he did on the racetrack. We talked about him winning the Canadian Trotting Classic. I know that he won the Super Final, and he was a top, even a top older trotter in terms of the Grand Circuit. So, you know, just the fact that from limited amount of starters, the production is there, and, you know, great to support the local Dave and Mary Lemon, who own the stallion.
And for an invite trotter, very popular on all racing services, half mile, 5/8.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe he holds a track record at Georgian Downs in the Earl Row, and went into the Jack Moisea barn, and he's certainly done some great things. So great to see him back in the stallion ranks.
You bet. $4,000 stud fee. Dave and Mary Lemon joining us on track tonight.
Yeah, they were here last night for top of the fair for pub night. So they're regulars, to say the least. So great to see them back again here tonight.
Great to see this Daylon Magician ad campaign underway. Started right here on the pregame show this evening. We've got a super high five carryover beginning in race number 6. Tell us about it, Greg.
Well, last night it all triggered. Many thanks to Bruce Richardson for getting the job done.
Torreg Sealster, 8-1.
That's right, and it really caught me by surprise. We talked about this after the simulcast, after the races, the fact that, you know, we had that dead heat for second.
Right.
So that really means that there's going to be so many more combinations to perhaps have the high five, and it wasn't the case. And I believe there wasn't even a double-digit horse in the top 5. That's how competitive that race was.
It caught us so off guard, and again, the most exciting race and finish and what have you on the card last night.
And what a great way to come into the early high five with that type of carryover, because race number 6 here tonight, I think, is one of the deepest races on tonight's program. Top quality mares, numbers of 40,000 life, going for 9,000, a lot of speed. And again, I think that for the betting interests, I think we're going to see a big pool.
A reduced field of 8 now. Take out the 7. So we've got 6 on gate, 2 trailers in there. We've mapped out a ticket here. I was thinking of a ticket to 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. You're like, well, don't ignore that 8 horse following out some speed.
Yeah, I just love the gate speed. And I know, well, he's not going to have his nose on the gate, that being up where we belong. Mike Sumner, and just the fact that she's going to be following the 1 horse. And I just think that the way that the trip's going to work out, even if she lands 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and even 5th, I think that she's the type of mare where she can get off the gate so well. That early speed, I think you got to have her on the ticket.
And she's got that mile and a 16th distance behind her in her latest. If there's one for me in there that was kind of jumping off the page, number 5, Big List, Scott Young driving, friend of the show. It had been over a month between starts in her latest. She finished strong to be second. I think she's going to be a solid factor in your high five play. So anyway, me and you getting together, spending $144 in total on a 20-cent play to box up 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. You know what? The pool possibility is endless. You know, we never know what we're going to get. We guaranteed it at $15,000. It could be anywhere from 25 to 90.
Well,
We've seen it.
It's a handicapper's dream because essentially you're playing into a negative takeout. So with that
Right.
carryover, well over 6,000, we've seen 14,000 in race 6 last night with no carryover.
Right.
So it just goes to show that I think the boys are going to be pounding away on race number 6.
Race 6, the go-to wager, the carryover in effect on the high five. Give it some go, give it some thought, and take a shot. It's Harness the Hope Night coming up this Friday evening. Dress up your horses, wear some pink. If you're with us on track, wear some pink. Get you involved with a chance to win a mystery prize. There's other things on track as well. The 50-50 draw and penny auction, always popular as well.
Yeah, silent auction is always very popular. Top of the fair, we're almost sold out if I'm not mistaken. So obviously there's certainly a major appetite for Harness the Hope. 12th annual. Doreen and her daughter Christy Dawson done a remarkable job promoting the event along with everybody here at the Raceway, and you know, we're certainly honored and privileged to be showcasing this event all in support of breast cancer awareness.
Not sure who they're putting up in the Bouncy Pony Stakes, but they're going to be on track as well. And you know what? This Harness the Hope campaign, 12th annual, in support of the Breast Cancer Society of Canada. Always a big night. The ladies always have the track decked out wonderfully. Blanket presentations throughout the evening. Our pals Lou Sorella and his beautiful wife Maria on hand. Lou says he's going to take some big shots on the pick 4s, and if he hits, proceeds are going to the local charities here in London. So
yeah, love it. Love the support for breast cancer. Again, you know, the 12th annual, this is something that we're certainly honored and privileged to be a part of on a yearly basis.
right on. We'll look forward to that then Friday night, Harness the Hope Night. Let's go back and do some recapping now. And some pick 3 and pick 4 playing. I'm hearing good things of a PEI ship in. It's Montana Ben from my good friend Mike Ramsey down in Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Hearing that Montana Ben is, well, I think he's good to go. So I'm going to key in on him here in the first race, the morning line favorite. I went 6 deep, hoping for a price in race 2. And in the third race, it's a key scratch of the rail horse. That's going to leave me with a 2, 3, and 5 to complete tonight's early pick 3. Early pick 4 kicks off on that third. Stay on the 2, 3, 5. Staying 3 deep, races 4 and 5. And then you've got that super high 5 play in race number 6. Maybe I should have tucked in that 8 up where we belong there to complete it. But you know what? Got to keep the price down somehow. Those were my favorite 5 for that high 5. So you can still box those 5 up in the high 5 for $24.
We're on a budget.
Yeah, on a 20-cent play. Box them up. Maybe the late pick 4 kicks off in the 7th race. And again, to keep the price down, keying in on number 6, Adam and Cam. Such an easy winner last time out. Scott Young stays with Mike Dowling for that one. And that race 7 event, the Daylon Magician feature race. Alrighty, a few more items of business to go now. We got a cameraman standing by. Where are you going, Trev?
Race 2, number 1.
Race 2, number 1.
Show me some magic.
I know he's a big fan of Alfie, and he's tuned in that this one is going second time putty. So maybe to offer more for the cameraman. Number 1, show me some magic. Cameraman is saying, show me some money. Alrighty, it's another edition of Survivor Tuesdays. It's free to play each and every week. Tell us about it, Greg.
Yeah, love it. The fact that it's free to play.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of contestants, and it just keeps you involved throughout the night. So be sure to visit the website, westernfairdistrict.com, and yeah, check out all the details.
Normally well over 100 competitors each and every week. It's brought to you each and every week by HBI Bet and Western Fair District. We can get to our closing boards now. WesternFairDistrict.com. You've put a lot of stuff on there. You're jamming it. There's ticket selections and so much more.
Yeah, I love the fact that we can put pick 3 and pick 4 tickets on there because you know, it really caters to our core customers wondering what everybody else is doing. So putting a couple of different options on there just based on your budget. So we generally put 3 or 4 up there per night. We talked about live stream, free program downloads, learn how to bet, you name it. We try to, you know, make it pretty accessible for our customers.
Guest handicappers tonight on our live feed. We've got Lou Sorella, the hashtag Lou Knows. We've got Michael Carter selections from Post Time with Mike and Mike. Trevor Melnick doing it well
Yeah,
out
Sherwood
of
Park.
Alberta. And the Hanover Hustler, Russ Adams, with us for this Tuesday. So all kinds of help there when trying to make selections here for tonight. Again, it's 10 races getting underway at 6:15, and we are on a fast track tonight in London. Good luck.